Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving deep into a critical aspect of enterprise sales, navigating barriers. Specifically, we'll be focusing on addressing and overcoming objections and resistance. This is an essential skill set, particularly when closing complex enterprise deals. We're going to equip you with the tools and strategies you need to turn potential roadblocks into stepping stones to success. Let's get started on mastering the art of objection handling in the enterprise landscape. Let's reframe how we view objections. Instead of seeing them as a flat no, consider them as a request for more information. Objections are actually a positive sign. They indicate that your prospect is engaged, thinking critically about your solution, and actively processing the potential impact on their organization. Successfully addressing these objections and managing any underlying resistance is absolutely crucial for building trust and ultimately validating the value of your solution. It's important to understand the difference between objections and resistance. An objection is a direct, stated reason why a prospect might be hesitant. For example, they might say, "Your solution seems too expensive." Resistance, on the other hand, is a more subtle reluctance. It's often unstated and can stem from various factors like fear of change, internal politics, or a lack of trust. Think of repeated delays in scheduling meetings as an example. While handling objections is a key sales skill, uncovering and addressing resistance requires deeper insight and a more strategic approach. Why do we encounter so many barriers in enterprise sales? Well, enterprise solutions are inherently complex. This complexity naturally leads to questions about integration, implementation, and overall technical fit. The stakes are also incredibly high. Large investments make buyers cautious, leading to intense scrutiny of ROI, security, and potential disruptions. Plus, you're dealing with multiple stakeholders, each with their own unique concerns. Formal processes, internal politics, and the need for internal justification all contribute to the challenges. Let's look at some frequent hurdles we encounter. Price objections are common, with prospects saying things like, "This is outside our budget." Timing or priority objections might sound like, "We're not ready to implement this right now." And risk objections often involve concerns about security or integration. For example, a large bank might raise concerns about both the price and the timing of implementing a new security solution, given their current priorities and budget constraints. Continuing with frequent hurdles, we also see feature or fit objections, where prospects question whether your solution truly meets their specific needs. Competition objections arise when they compare you to other vendors, and internal politics objections can surface when there are conflicting agendas or power struggles within the organization. Imagine a scenario where a department head is hesitant to adopt a new platform because it might diminish their team's influence. The best way to handle objections is to prevent them from arising in the first place. This starts with knowing your audience inside and out. Use persona and stakeholder mapping to anticipate potential concerns. Conduct a deep discovery process to uncover needs and potential roadblocks early on. Proactively educate and validate your solution by sharing information that addresses common concerns. And don't hesitate to bring in experts early to address any technical or financial questions. Ask questions like, "What challenges have you faced with similar projects?" To truly understand an objection, you need to go beyond the surface. This means actively listening to your prospect. Pay full attention, avoid interrupting, show empathy, and acknowledge their point of view. Pause after they speak to give them space to elaborate and give yourself time to process what they've said. Then explore the root cause by asking clarifying, open-ended questions. For example, you might ask, "Could you tell me more about why X is a concern?" Or, "Who else internally shares that concern?" When responding to objections, it's crucial to be strategic. There are several techniques you can use. A direct response addresses the objection head-on with facts and data. Isolating the objection helps you determine if it's the only thing holding them back. The feel, felt, found technique acknowledges their feelings, relates to their experience, and then shares a positive outcome. You can also boomerang or reframe the objection, turning a negative into a positive. And finally, third-party validation uses testimonials or case studies to build credibility. Uncovering and managing resistance requires a different approach. Start by identifying the signals of resistance, such as delays, lack of engagement, or vague answers. Focus on building trust and rapport by establishing genuine relationships across the account. Leverage your champion within the organization to understand the real reasons for resistance. Probe gently by asking about internal factors without being accusatory. And ultimately, try to identify the source of the resistance. Is it personal, political, or organizational? As sales leaders and coaches, you play a vital role in helping your team navigate these barriers. Implement role-playing exercises to practice handling common objections. During deal reviews, specifically discuss potential objections for key deals and strategize response plans for different stakeholders. Analyze both wins and losses to understand which objections were most challenging and how they were handled. Encourage your reps to share successful strategies and provide them with resources like case studies and access to internal experts. Let's recap the essential takeaways. Understand the difference between objections and resistance. Recognize the common causes of these barriers in enterprise sales. Be proactive, anticipating objections. Listen first to truly understand the root cause. Respond strategically using appropriate techniques. Focus on uncovering and managing underlying resistance. And finally, coach your team to equip them with the skills and resources they need to succeed. Thank you.